Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about gratitude. And for this, I've got the Perkins Pipes, a beautiful, beautiful pipe from the Catholic Pipe Company. This is the Perkins Pipes 2024 bent apple. That was our commemorative for 2024. There's a reason I've got this pipe out. There's always a reason I've got the particular pipe that I do for a video. You'll see why that is in just a moment. So, as always, let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. So, a while back, we did a giveaway. You may recall that for when Perkins Pipes hit 1,000 subscribers. And once again, Catholic Pipe Company did a really nice job making a beautiful pipe that I was able to give away. I had a drawing for that. And I was struck very, very positively when sometime after the winner was announced, Aaron Kraft was the fellow's name, I got this delightful thank you note from Aaron in the mail. Nice little card, and he says, "Steve, thanks again for the wonderful pipe. I tried it this morning, and it was a very pleasant experience." Wrote it in actual cursive, which was very nice. Don't see a lot of cursive these days. So I was thinking about the idea of gratitude, and got a little rain going on back here behind me. Hopefully I can stay reasonably dry under the deck umbrella here. The Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote a series of epistles or letters about various philosophical topics. And in Epistle 81, he talks about dealing with ingratitude. And he says, look, he's writing to a friend of his, and he says, look here. He says, you complain that you run across somebody who doesn't show you the kind of gratitude you are expecting to get. His basic response is, so what? So what? He said, it is better that you should not receive the thanks that you think you deserve than that somebody else not receive the blessing of whether it's a gift, something financial, a service that you provide, whatever it is. He says, better that you not be thanked than that another person not receive a kindness from you. And then he gives an example from the world of farming, agriculture. And he says, you know, just because a field doesn't produce the particular crop you thought it was going to produce, what does that mean? You stop planting? What does that mean? You stop farming? He said, of course not. Obviously, you continue to plant. And as he says, 1 year's good harvest will make up for the lack of harvest, maybe from a couple previous seasons. And you see where he's going with that. Just because you didn't get thanked for the last 2, 3, 10, 15 nice things you did, so what? And certainly, when you do get a thank you, like Aaron sent me, oh man, that just fills your soul. Makes you feel good. Right? We've touched on this topic before. We've touched on the topic of gratitude more than once, I believe, on this channel. I can't tell you how important that is. So, you know that I'm a teacher. One of the things I do, I teach high school, so I write lots of letters of recommendation. I certainly don't get a thank you note from every student. Oh, but when I do, boy, that's nice. Boy, that's nice. The other day I had a young lady who delivered me a handwritten thank you note. We're going to come back and say something about handwritten notes in a moment. And she gave me a bottle of Diet Coke because she knows I like Diet Coke. How sweet. Well, most of the time I don't get a thank you note. What does that mean? I'm not going to write a letter of recommendation now for some future student because some past student didn't thank me? Come on, of course not. Actually, writing thank you notes writing letters of recommendation is one of the thrills of my job. I love writing letters of recommendation for students, for scholarships and jobs and college applications and so forth. Now, when it comes to thanking somebody, certainly a word, a spoken word is good. No question about that. Spoken word is good. Email is fine. Email is nice. Certainly received plenty of thank you emails. I received thank you text messages. My friends, there's nothing better than the handwritten note. Truly, nothing better. If your handwriting isn't so great, it doesn't matter. It's okay if your penmanship isn't great. It's the fact that it was handcrafted. How many of us really enjoy a nice handcrafted pipe? Right? Lots of factory pipes out there are wonderful. How many of us really, though, go after those freehand pipes, those one-of-a-kinds, handcrafted? We love that stuff, right? And if you do have nice penmanship, let me tell you, boy, that's appreciated too. If those of you who like to use nice pens, we've talked about pens on this channel, it could be an opportunity to break one of those out. I would encourage you, though, get a hold of some just plain thank you notes. Some plain thank you cards. You can get them cheap, even at the grocery store, the discount store, whatever. Get you some blank thank you notes. And it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to write some novel here. Dear friend, thank you for whatever it was. Thank you for taking the time to come help me move my son or my daughter off to college. Thank you for helping me with the plumbing in the bathroom last weekend. I couldn't have done it without you, right? Whatever it is. And you know what? If the person doesn't say anything about the thank you note, I'm with Seneca. That's okay too. Better that you not receive anything back than that you didn't do it in the first place. It's one of the marks of civilization. It's one of the marks of civilized society. And no, we're not talking, not necessarily talking black tie affair, that kind of society. We're talking about what separates us from the wild beasts. I don't know if you can hear some of the birds in the air. We got some beautiful bird sounds in the background here. And birds are lovely, and the beasts of the field are great. But one of the things that separates human beings from the animal world, one of the many things, quite frankly, is the desire to express gratitude, and then the warm feeling that we receive when we experience gratitude. Now, I'm sure you've got stories, like Seneca was saying, hey, you complain that somebody hasn't thanked you the way you thought you should have been. I'm sure you've got stories. No offense, We don't need to hear this. We don't need the negativity. We know you've been burned on not being thanked. We all have. I have. Okay? But talk to us about some special acts of gratitude. You know, the Roman way, the Latin way to say thank you is gratiam agra. Literally, it is to do an act of thanks, to do an act of gratitude. So what are some acts of gratitude that you have received? A note, phone call, a service in kind. You did a particular service for somebody and then they did something back for you. What are some acts of gratitude that you have received that really meant a lot to you? And what are some acts of gratitude that you have done? Are you a note writer? Are you a thank you note writer? Do you keep a nice supply of some stationery or thank you notes on hand? Or at least run out to the store and grab one when you need one? What do you do to show gratitude? I'll tell you this, one of the things that I am so grateful for, as always, is so many wonderful comments. The fans here on Perkins Pipe, so love you all. Absolutely wonderful. So Aaron, thank you for the thank you note. And as Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva ut tandem. Nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.